Hello, I'm Rick Wegley, and this is Ask NCM, where we do our best to address questions that come from our clients around the country. When I open up my management classes here in Kansas City, I like to go around the room and kind of challenge our students to bring to us what their hot topics are, the things that are giving them heartache or headache in their dealerships right now, so I can kind of key in on those as we proceed with training throughout the week. And one of the things that comes up on a pretty frequent basis as far as a one-word opportunity is, why do some managers struggle with the delegation? And that comes up a lot. That's a very high frequency concern, as a matter of fact. So why do we struggle with delegation in our stores? Well, the answer usually comes to light during the forthcoming conversations, and it boils down to one of three things. One is resources, because there's a lot of stores that I deal with where you may only have one or two employees in a department, per se a parts department in a rural or small market, and there's really just no depth to delegate to, which kind of creates its own set of issues. If it's a new startup, the best I could suggest to that would be to try to grow into it and make sure that we're using our resources and time wisely in the stores. Okay. The second reason that we see that is that managers tend not to delegate because there's a lack of trust in the employees, and it's not a matter that they don't trust the employees with regard to ethics and theft, as it is they don't trust the employees to be able to execute some of the tasks that they wish they could delegate to. So I have to ask them to look in the mirror and say, well, have you really taken the steps or put into writing some of what these processes and steps would be to complete the task, and then sit down and given your people some training on how to complete these tasks, so they don't delegate because there's a trust issue that the job won't get done properly. Okay. And the last one that I see, and it's not as common on it, but it does come down sometimes down to what I call self-preservation. So a manager may be afraid to teach the people under his subordination what some of those tasks and responsibilities are in a self-preservation mode, that they're afraid that they would take his job or her job. I'll tell you something from my own personal experience in retail and in consulting, is that the more your people know, the better. And the more thorough they know, and they're cross-trained to be able to do all of these tasks without having to be supervised by you on a regular basis. Not that you don't want to spot check what they're doing, but it doesn't have to be supervised step by step. Your job will get easier with time, and it will give you a better opportunity to better manage your time by being able to delegate some of these responsibilities to the people who work for you. Some of the small samples of that could be something as simple as placing a stock order. Okay, so I wouldn't just turn the stock order process completely over to an employee without training, but having them work with me as I place stock orders over a period of weeks, documenting what the processes are, possibly supervising and commenting and coaching on the first couple of times that they do a submission, and then entrusting them with that responsibility. Again, it's about delegation and bringing our people up to the speed. When everybody in my department can perform at the level that I can do some of these tasks without me having to worry about it, my job becomes much easier over time, and quite frankly, more successful over time. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Ask NCM. If you have a question that you'd like to have addressed on a future episode, please email us at askncm@ncmassociates.com.